Recording again when I'm not supposed to be? Hey, I'm recording and I didn't know I was recording. Ay, 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 ay. Anyway, here I am again. I'm Tony Lawrence, and today I'm going to talk about I can't believe what Google did with their new Gemini app. And first of all, let me say I have no problems with Gemini. I think Gemini is great. Okay? Don't get excited and say that I'm down blasting. There's no such word, is there? Whatever the word is, I'm not doing it to Gemini. I like Gemini. I switched from Chat GPT because Chat GPT was giving me old information, old responses, out of date, wrong because of being out of date. Right, 6 months ago or a year ago, whatever, but not right now. So no, ChatGPT. I'm sick of that. ChatGPT. I can say it. I honestly can, really. You just have to listen more carefully. Anyway, so I switched to Gemini, and Gemini is very, very good. I like it. I like the way it works. It's good. All right. But here's the thing. So initially, I was using Gemini in my web browser. And again, no problems. Good. Okay, great. You'd like Gemini. Okay. And it's good. They have the usual features. They have the same thing that ChatGPT had, where you can keep separate subjects separate. So they call it notebooks. Okay. So it's notebooks. So I have a notebook for health and, health and exercise, and one for YouTube videos, and one for Medium, and I forget. I've got a bunch of notebooks now. And what you do is you go into those when you want to talk about YouTube, and you go into the health and exercise when you want to talk about health. So that just keeps things together, and it makes it easier to find things when you're looking for them. Yeah, it's wonderful. Great. Okay, then I've been having a lot of problems with iOS transcription, and I don't understand it because it's okay on some sites and it's awful on others. I don't know, it seemed to work fairly well on notes, but it doesn't work well on messages. It changes the words I'm saying, and it takes stuff out, takes a word out just before I press enter to send what I wanted to send. And I've turned off everything that I can find to turn off. I've taken out all the keyboard shortcuts that I had because I don't use them anyway. I forget them and I don't use them. So I took them all out, so it's not doing any weird substitution of text. It's just, I don't know, it's broken somehow. And maybe it's just my machine. I don't know, but it is broken. So I'm unhappy with it for that reason too. So when I switched over to Gemini, of course it's still the same problem with the iOS transcription. And I mentioned that because I said something and Gemini corrected me and said, no, that's not a report, that's a port. I said, yeah, I know. The stupid damn thing changed port to report just as I pressed enter. And, it's an idiot. And it agreed with me. It said, oh yeah, I understand, that's really nasty. By the way, our new app, Gemini app, you can talk to me and I do the transcription. And it isn't iOS at all. I said, I'm so happy. Let me try that. So I went and I got the Gemini app and I downloaded it. And boy, they were right. He was right. It was right. She was right. The thing was right. Anyway, Gemini was right about that. And I can just talk to it and it talks back. And you don't even see a transcription on the screen because it doesn't make mistakes on that. It just understands what I say and spits back my answer verbally, and it's great. And of course, you couldn't use that all the time because you might have other people around that think you were crazy or you didn't want them listening to what you were talking about. But I'm alone here in the house. My wife is in assisted living, as I've mentioned in other videos. But So I'm alone. I can talk. And I'm not being watched. So I thought that was great. Jeez, I can do this stuff. And then I was looking for, rather, not at, my notebooks. And I said, how do I get to my notebooks? And you're not going to believe what it said. Was there enough tension there with me drinking the coffee? Was holding off like that? Let me do one more, so you'll really be excited by this. What it said was, oh, I don't have notebooks. What? I don't have notebooks. What you have to do, you can do this if you want your notebooks. They're still there. You could go back to the web interface and your notebooks are there. I said, yeah, but I'm talking to you here, and I don't want to go back there right now anyway. Why do I have to do that? Oh, well, you don't have to do it that way. You could go to our notebook app. I think it's called Notebook L. I don't know, LLM. I don't know what it's called. Notebook app. Anyway, I said, I don't want to go from one app to another, switching back and forth, and why are you doing this? This is ridiculous. Well, you could also do it on the web, you know. You could go to Safari and you could log into the notebook site and you could do it there. Well, this doesn't help me. I'm still switching around from app to app. And what do you mean I could do it there? Oh, well, you'd have to copy my transcription and... Wait a minute, whose transcription? What transcription? You're not giving me a transcription here. Oh, well, that's back over on the website, and you can go get it there. Oh, so I can go over the website, get my transcription, and then put it into the notebook that I wanted to go into. Are you crazy? I mean, not you. Obviously, you're not crazy, Gemini. You don't know how to be crazy. Well, you do. You can hallucinate. But are your engineers crazy? Do they not understand UX? I'll translate that for them. Maybe they don't understand that that's user experience. Jeez. Come on. This is ridiculous. And it agreed with me and said, yes, that is unfortunately what it is, and you shouldn't have to do that, and I'm going to pat you on the back and make you feel better about this so that you won't be mad. No, it didn't say that, but, you know, that's the feeling you get when they're trying to appease you, you know. Yes, I agree with you. It is idiotic. Yeah, sure you do. I said, well, I really wish that there was an easy way to report this to Google, because they should see this whole damn conversation, and it said, oh, they will. Excuse me, I've got to do this again. They will? Yes, they will. I'm recording all this and transcribing it, and it goes to our engineers. Yeah. Are you, again, I had to say, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How? Bad enough that you're bad at UX, but now you're telling me there's nothing private about this? Yeah, there's nothing private about it. It's going to the engineers. Well, no, but see, we strip user identification. You strip user identification, but I could have said something that identifies me, right? So, this is not good. Well, you know, it helps us improve the product. Yeah, but if I wanted you to improve the product, you should have a toggle like Apple does that I can turn on and say, yes, I would like to share this particular piece of information with you. Not every piece of information in the world, but this particular piece I will share with you to help make your product better. And, you know, that's not what they do, because they want to see everything. I don't like that at all. I'm going to do this again one more time here. So I said, as I said, I wish I could get this to Google, and it said, no need, the engineers are going to see it. Okay. So, bad privacy, bad UX. I do not recommend the Gemini app, as convenient as it is to talk and be talked back to. Now, if you're using it for that, fine, but if that's not what you're using it for, then, or if you have reason to want your privacy and access to your notebooks and don't want to have to go find it somewhere else and paste it in, then don't use the app. But Gemini itself is good, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so, this is typical of Google, though. They're always a damn mess. They're all over the place, and I think it's because they have so many different divisions, and probably, I don't know this for a fact, but it often happens at Google that there is one group of people working on notebooks, and there's another group that's working on Gemini, and there's another group that's working on, they spread stuff out, and sometimes people can be making products that are exactly the same thing, a different interface and all, and they decide later which one is best, and they kill the other one off. And sometimes they kill off these projects anyway. They put it out with great fanfare and say, oh, this is great, and you look at it and say, yeah, that is great, I like using that, that's wonderful, and then, a year later, chop, gone. It's one of the reasons that I've never liked Google. Apple has killed things now and then, but, well, I don't know. Maybe there were people that thought they were great. I thought they were awful, but that's me. Anyway, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. So Google, Gemini, great. Google, Gemini app, no.